What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. I know everyone is having a legendary day. I actually got a smile on my face because your boy's actually early. I was a couple seconds early, motherfuckers. Anyway, of course, Jason and I are gonna break down that Niners ass whooping. But before we do, we gotta, of course, remind everybody to help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our shop49ers.com affiliate link. Link is in the description of this podcast or video. Go to SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. Go check out Jason and I at 6 p.m. here on the West Coast Friday night with our weekly wrap and preview show. And of course, to see everywhere you can subscribe, go ahead and go to NinerFaithfulRadio.com/subscribe. Follow us on social media. Jason does a bang up job. We actually got some giveaways that we're going to be doing here on social media pretty soon. So make sure to follow us: Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr at Niner Faithful Radio, Twitter at Niner Faithful R. Catch me going live at the pregame. Jason will be going live for halftime, and Jamie will be going live for our postgame show. And make sure to stay tuned to the end of the show to get your special 20% off coupon code for the Faithful by the Faithful apparel. Ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, let's get the show cracking.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
I'm telling you, bro, I just need about a good another 10 seconds. 10 seconds and I'd be able to do it all, bro. What's cracking, brother? How you doing?
Talofa to you and everybody else. How's it going? Just another day up here in the Pacific Northwest. I've decided since we are playing the Buccaneers and I'm going to be the captain of this motherfucking shit.
Hey.
I'm posting up with the hat.
Jason said, look at me. I'm your captain.
I'm the captain now.
The one that you shared with Brock doing that shit was just one of the most classic memes.
Which one?
Shared. It was Brock going to oh no, it was CMC going to Jimmy saying, look at me.
Oh,
I'm the quarterback now.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, that was after the Yams game, the caught one.
Okay, yeah. Damn, it's been so long, I don't remember that
one. What's up, Bryant? Chat's gonna be cracking today. All right, Jason. I told you I was gonna start off. Let's not bury the lead. That was an ass whooping. I mean, it was. I wouldn't say it was an ass whooping. I would say it kind of snowballed on them.
Oh yeah.
You know, they got some turnovers. They just simply we're gonna shorten. I mean, what they only had. Let me see.
They had their shots. I mean, even at halftime, they were only down, 2 scores.
6, 7,
and then we just came out at halftime. I completely missed it. I walked away that first touchdown for Kittle. So I walked out and I was talking to the wife for a few minutes and everything like that. And I sat down, and I was actually over here with John J. I was doing a watch along on his channel. How's it going, John? Thank you for showing up, brother. I came back and I was like, what the fuck did I miss?
Oh, I mean, I was going psycho. Bryant, I know the intro's fire. I did it. Yeah, no, I did all that intro. Your boy's got some skills when it comes to producing.
For everybody that is here, make sure to go follow Brian Culp on his YouTube channel. John LaJoy has a brand new YouTube channel. Make sure you get his numbers up so everybody go say hi and what's up.
I gotta go and subscribe, actually.
Yep, I'm actually going to be doing a pre-recorded show with him next Tuesday. Not sure when he's going to bring it out, but me, him, and Joe from the Seahawks Talk channel with the Friday variety show. A couple of people are going to be doing that one. And then also we have John Jay with the 49ers Ultimate Report, also another YouTube content creator for the 49ers, because obviously they can't do it them damn selves, so we do it for them.
I mean, hey, we really do got a lot of content out here. What's up, spam? Thank y'all for showing up. Yeah, Bryant said giveaways. Yeah, no, I got some shit I can give away, bro. There's some
We got some stuff that we're talking about.
There's some that's strictly for your boy. Like, y'all ain't getting my grass from Levi's, or y'all ain't getting my confetti from the NFC Championship game. But yes, I have grass from Levi's Stadium because I am that guy. Anyway, I'm actually the reason they almost ended the gold mine.
I still got grass from every field I played on in Japan. So,
bruh, I ain't gonna lie, I was doing the most too. I did it like hell of times, like to the point where I was just like, all right, y'all ain't gonna say shit. And then finally, they're like, all right, bro, come on, like
look, you can't go plant an entire yard with all.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so get it out of the way. I want to start offensively first. Kittle Corn MVP of the week, Brock Purdy, Brock Star. I mean, whatever you want to say. I don't want to overreact this week because I said to you in the green room before we started the show, bro, I don't really feel offensively we really played that different. Minus turnovers.
Yeah. Agree.
So the Niners are back. The Niners are back. Are we back, or do we just not beat ourselves?
Aloha, Randy.
That's because I think for the Niners to be back, we would have had to have no shot in every of these games. We literally just broke it down to 3 plays, how 6-3 could have turned into 9-0 by 3 plays.
Yeah, the offense, even with Purdy didn't have, obviously you have him as your offensive player of the game. In some of those other games, up until a certain point, he was actually having really good games. So, I mean, again, the margin is so slim for what we did. If you've got it, go ahead.
Yeah.
How's it, brother? Thank you, David.
Go ahead. Yeah, what's up, David?
So the margin for how good the offense was, with 3-game losing streak and what we did on Sunday is so small. There wasn't a whole lot of difference for the most part.
I mean, it's simply like this. I go back into the only drives we didn't score on were ones that had negative plays. First drive, touchdown. Not one single negative play. Second drive, field goal. There were some negative plays in there. But first punt, penalty by BA. Second punt, a sack. Brock gets sacked. I mean, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It was this team not beating themselves. And offensively. And sure, having Trent back. I mean, the team and – watching the team, sitting in the locker room before the game and everything like that, through the team's social media and everything like that. Yes, it does feel different when you see number 19 and number 71 and sneaky number 92, getting pumped up.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And just all that and everything. The team has a different swagger. We know this. I mean, I feel like the offense has a different swagger because if Debo and Trent are controlling the swagger and the attitude of our defense, that's a big problem.
You think that he was told beforehand, like, hey, we want you up front, we want you to see how this rolls? You think that was planned, or do you think that happened naturally? I think they planned it like that. Hey, this is your first game here, come up front. And we want you to see what this is all about.
In a team that, like Fred Warner has basically said, I find the eyes of the essentially, I'm gonna say the short version. I find the eyes of the first person that will look at me, and if they look away, I know I got their ass. That's intimidation. That's a team that they want. I don't want to say win the game, but they want to put you at a disadvantage before the whistle is even blown. So with a team that's built so much on that and physicality, and we're going to hit you for 4 quarters, and you might feel all right the first quarter. You might start to feel it the second quarter, but by the third and fourth quarter, you're not going to want none. You got number 33 from the Jags, literally running away from Trent.
No, 31. Yeah, he made a personal business decision. And to be quite honest with you, I don't blame him for that decision.
I don't blame him. 1,000%.
Trey, fucking Williams, Trent fucking Williams running at you.
He didn't
I'm
want.
turning around and going the other way too.
He did not want to end up like that Cardinals linebacker, bruh.
No.
Trent's first game. He did not want to get posted.
Did you see what Trent said about that? He was like, I ain't never seen some shit like that.
He's like, I
But
never
no,
seen some shit like that.
Like,
The Niners
everybody
were
was like,
talking
yeah, he
shit
made a
after this
business
game.
decision. I'm like, no, that was a personal and business decision because you
Yes.
can't make both
Yes.
of them. And he made both
No.
on that play. Because Trent had
Yeah.
his dead to rights, and he was about to have, you know, where you see the cartoon figure laid out on the street like that. That's what he was about to be. He was about 2 seconds from that.
He's about to be straight wild coyote, plastered. You know,
David knows what's up. He wasn't dumb.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't.
We can say what we want. Every single one of us have probably done the exact same damn thing. Like, look at this ginormous man running at me full speed.
Full speed. Full speed. Yeah, he made a. So look, I love it, but to answer your question, Jason, on a team that's built with that type of attitude, would not surprise me 100%. You know, we used to do that in high school. You always have the biggest and biggest and tallest people get off the bus first. That's just like that.
Yeah,
that's football 101.
Like that.
No. Maybe that's because we had to rely on shit like that at Andrew Hill because we sucked. But
so the high school I went to in Japan, it had been open 42 years. We won 35 of the championships in Japan. Damn. So I mean, we didn't have to do. We just walked up like so. So of course, to be fair, my sophomore year was the first. My sophomore year was the first ever time we had a losing record. And I'm never gonna live that down.
Yeah, no, that's no, I remember. So at Andrew Hill, our rival is James Lick, and my first game on the team was, even though I wasn't able to, I had not had enough practice hours to get to be active for the game. Because I came to Andrew Hill after the school year already started, so they already gone through Hell Week and camp and all that. So my first game, I was on the team and you know, could be on the sideline, was the Bell game. And I remember one of my group home staff, he was actually the one I had the most problems with growing up. But he was the quarterback for it. Matter of fact, you go in our weight room, it's M. Ali. Like all our record, pretty much all Andrew Hill's records are Mikel Ali. And so he was the quarterback. And yeah, he let me know real quick about what my night was going to be like if we lost that Bell game. You know, he let, and I wasn't even on the field, but he's like, yeah, bro, you're not having a good weekend if you lose that game, cuz. You know, he's like, that's not happening. So yeah, no, and I mean, like, I literally had a homie one time. Didn't even go to James Lick. We were all homeless, and he's like, bro, he's like, I need. He's like, I'll pay you like $20, bro. I just need to keep some shit in your storage. So I was like, yeah, all right. He didn't even go to James Lick. He just literally got this bag at like a donation center or something, but brought in a James Lick bag, and I was like, bro, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking burn that shit. You put it in my storage. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you do with it, my nigga, but that shit's not going in my storage. Cause I was like, you can take your $20, like whatever you want to do, my nigga. I'm not letting that shit in my storage. Swear to God, true story. Anyway, so offensively, you're right. I mean, this is, and what's making me more and more confident in Brock and why he's the MVP. I kind of did it a little tongue in cheek, just to kind of be like, oh, wow, he won. He's a quarterback again. Like, when it's simple that whether it's a learning curve, whether it's whether it's just some fluke plays, being concussed, whatever it is, I didn't see anything that made me think that Brock couldn't be what we thought he was before the Cleveland game.
No. He played Brock, you know, like I said, he was very steady Brock. It's funny because we've talked about this before, how he's putting up, quote, you know, similar stats to Jimmy, but we're winning. But, you know, it's like we've always said that
it just looks different.
It does. It looks a lot different, but the stats are real similar. But it wins. You know, he makes those passes that Jimmy didn't or couldn't or was scared to, whatever, you know, for whatever you want to say. He makes those. Like that first touchdown in the end zone, Jimmy throws that, and that's that. I think Kyle was.
He didn't even throw that.
When he threw that, I'm like, don't throw it. And then he threw it, and then what have we said before a million times? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. And what's funny is that if you actually watch that play over and watch Brock,
Yes.
so if you watch it, Brock is going like this because Kittle has the entire left side of the end zone, especially probably 3/4 of it back, just wide open. It's an easy lob, and for whatever reason, he goes towards the middle and blocks in Ayuk. Ayuk does the push off. Let's be honest, that was a push off. It should have been a flag. And how's it, Laura? Thank you for coming in. Miss Teresa, how's it? And then we also got Bebop. How's it doing, brother? Which is kind of funny because didn't Kittle steal a touchdown from BA last season? So now he's getting it back this year. But yeah, so like I said, sometimes you get that gunslinger mentality where you just got to let it go with it. But yeah, the whole time that ball was in the air, I think I was screaming like, no. Oh, yes, good touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Kyle called it his worst throw since he's been here.
Yeah, and it was a completely terrible throw.
It especially on first down.
Yeah. He could have easily ran it for 6-7, might have even scored had he run it in. Again, Kittle had an easy lob if he had just gone the other way. So, I mean, there was no reason for him to throw that ball in any circumstances.
Have you had a chance to listen to Greg Papa's call, the touchdown call?
Yeah.
So when he actually is calling it, he's calling it, and it sounds like he's about to be like Brock's going to take off, get 6-7 yards, slide down. Like he's getting ready to call that, and he's like, and you could tell he even was surprised that he threw
backed
it.
Off of it.
Yeah, and it was So Juice needs the rock. We're gonna get
you got the
Juice
rock
here in a second, but I want to heap praises on Brock because every week I'm almost expecting the shoe to drop, and it hasn't. And so when
even in his worst games, he still wasn't terrible. Now some of the situations were terrible, but for most of those games, he wasn't terrible.
And it's like this. It's yeah, we get emotional after every game and we're pissed and all that. But you know what? If we go on and win number 6 this year, and Brock Purdy's our quarterback for 13 years, and we win multiple championships or even just one championship, we're going to look back at that Cleveland to Cincinnati game as probably a very significant turning point in Brock's career.
True.
And we're probably going to sit back and say, you know what?
Keep showing up, Nev.
Thank you so much. Messy family. I like that.
It's Messy family. What's wrong with it?
No, I like that, bro. Anyway, where we're going to say Brock took his lumps. He did everything, all the things that young quarterback's going to be up. He spoke in front of the team, and so everybody says, oh, they made him the quarterback because, they made him a captain because he's the quarterback. And I think they made him the captain because of situations like that. And then what does he do?
Yeah.
What does he do his next game? Because it'd have been one thing if he came out there and said, hey, look, that's on me. I need to be better. There's only 2 positions to touch the football every single play, and that's center and quarterback, So, and he goes out and throws 4 picks and we lose 35-6. You know what I'm saying? But to go out, challenge yourself, take accountability, and then go out and have a fucking fabulous game. I mean, it's just
so
time after. Go ahead.
And this was I've seen this argued Twitter, Facebook, whatever kind of thing. Is he elite yet? Are you, depending, like I said, I've seen it back and forth. Are you ready to consider him elite?
Like, I'm going to preface this by saying this. Is he playing elite level football? Yes. Is he just next season, we're going to say Brock Purdy, top 5 quarterback in the NFL, no doubts about it? No, I'm not there yet.
No.
But you could say he's playing elite right now. He's on the trajectory to be an elite quarterback, but he's not there yet. I mean, I think that, but I mean, so then let me flip this at you. You and I both agree he's not quite there yet. What do you need to see? What needs to happen?
Not that I need to see more of it. Not that he's not already producing some of those elite traits, but I need to see that 400-yard game. I want to see something like that. You know what I mean? I need to see that I want to see a bona fide come from behind win. You need that because does he necessarily have that? What is the Brock game? Unless it's this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want that where,
yeah.
he dominated 400. He went 35 of 42, 402 yards, 5 touchdowns, maybe a pick because you're throwing it so often. I wouldn't mind seeing that. But for the most part, I'm not willing to call him anything yet. I need, at the very minimum, I need to see what would be, the end of the season. And as far as the question is, elite quarterback? To me, an elite quarterback's top 5. You got to be at least top 5. So, yeah, like I said, wait for a little bit. Is he trending in that direction? Sure. But does he have to be elite with this offense does he have to be an elite offense, elite quarterback with this offense for this team to win possibly a Super Bowl? No, he doesn't.
No.
He has to be, and this will be argued to the time, he has to be a game manager. And I know some people absolutely hate that term. I don't see it as a hate term.
I mean, some people would say that's literally your job as the quarterback is to manage the game.
Exactly.
That's kind of,
don't fuck up. Do what you're supposed to do, and more times than not, you'll win games.
I would believe this is that does Brock Purdy have to be an elite quarterback for us to win championships? No. Does he have to have elite quarterback games? Yes. I believe he does have to have there will be some point this year if we're going to win a championship or if we're going to win. Oh, yeah. I mean, if we have a legit top 5 quarterback, we're talking Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You see the plural there.
Anybody can win.
At some point
it's not
in
hard
time,
to win one per se.
Brock is going to have an elite game where you could just say Brock Purdy was that motherfucker today.
Yeah.
It might come in the NFC Championship. Shit, it might come next week. It might come Thanksgiving. But honestly, if you put my money on it, it's probably going to come against the Eagles.
I hope so. Because he wants that one back.
Oh, yeah.
So another topic on the offense. Oh, go ahead.
Just real quick. Haberman and Middlecoff, I believe it was Haberman. Yeah, Haberman. Put out a video today, and it was Mike Martz, and I don't know if you saw it, but he basically compared him to Joe Montana, blah, 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 blah. But where he was comparing him to Joe in is his coolness, is his coolness under pressure.
Oh, yeah,
shit doesn't rattle him, all those type of things. And I came away with that video kind of agreeing with him in the sense is that you could say whatever you want about Brock in any of the games he's played. One thing, and look, we've seen great games that ain't been the greatest. That Cragos game last year was not his greatest game. But ultimately, I forget because it's been so long since Joe's played and we, the faithful, romanticize him. Joe never threw an incomplete pass, bro. He never threw a pick.
Yeah. He won every Super Bowl he played on, or every year he played. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Niners never got blown out or, So the mental toughness and the fortitude, like Haberman on their show, they made a great argument, and I wanted to see your opinion about this. Is ultimately where I'm going, is that the traits that you could say Brock has, that we all feel comfortable in saying that he has, his toughness, his processing, the fact shit doesn't rattle him. You're not a scared motherfucker and make that throw on first down in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? You're not a scared motherfucker.
Or you just cocky as shit. I think that I honestly think that's
he's an arrogant. He's an arrogant son of a bitch. And I mean that 100% compliment. I love my cornerback to be an arrogant son of a bitch. I want my quarterback to believe he's the best motherfucker on that field. In that, he's Joe. I don't see. And I think what people are struggling with is they saw a whole 16-year career of Joe. They've only seen 10 games, 12 games of Brock Purdy. Yeah. But I think that if I'm confident in one thing, I will say that Brock has Joe traits in his coolness. I mean, could you see the Niners go NFC Championship game? Very catch type of scenario, back and forth game. Brock throws a touchdown to Debo to Kittle Corn in the back of the end zone, right? We win. Could you go see him running up to Hassan Reddick and saying, "Respect that motherfucker," like Joe did to Too
Probably
Tall
could.
Jones? I could see that. I could definitely see Brock running up to him, and I mean, maybe not because Brock's a Christian, all those type of things, but be like, doing his little ice in my veins or whatever.
Yeah,
Type
I can
of,
see him just walking like,
yeah.
But no,
Or
yeah, I
something
mean, if
like
there's
that.
anything to say about him that is, you could almost say is elite right now, it's that coolness. And
Mhm.
because of, obviously Joe Cool, we had for how many years, and how the pressure never seemed to get to him no matter
Never
what.
phased him.
Obviously and I think that's the biggest comparison he draws, size-wise, not the big arm, processes quickly, all that. So I mean,
Accurate.
it's not a bad thing for him to have. So before we move on to defense and stuff, the one thing I want to ask you, moment of silence for the CMC touchdown record. Terrible. Are you mad they went for it? And me,
No.
I'm not, because I would be mad. Like, so when they did it, pretty much all the starters were out for the most part, except for like him and Juice was about it for the most part. So I'm not mad with them going, because if you watch the sideline and how those guys were watching him go for that record, they wanted him to have that record just as much as CMC is. And plus, I think Kyle kind of realized he kind of screwed up with not getting Kittle the record, and he realized, like, you know what, I screwed up 5 yards, 5 freaking yards. That's all he needed.
Or
so
I think 5 touchdowns earlier this year, which would have tied a Niner record.
Yeah. So I think he finally realized, like, you know what, this is a game. Yes, we're up. I see a lot of people complaining about it, but I think for the morale of that game, or this team in general, especially moving forward, you go for that, because you're not going to get an opportunity to do something like that. Like, a lot of people say, well, McDaniels wouldn't do it. Well, Kyle is not McDaniels, because they had a chance to break the scoring record. But I'm like, that's 2 totally different things. You know what I mean? That was a for sure thing. All they have to do is kick that field goal, record's broken.
And
this was not a for sure thing.
And ultimately,
so you brought up Juice earlier. Juice is the reason why he didn't get that record.
I'm not mad at Juice for that, though.
No, I'm not mad at him.
Because like the football gods would punish you. Football gods, like, I remember they had a saying in hockey. That's like, if you have an opportunity, to shoot the puck and shoot it in the net, shoot it, because that type of shit can come back and bite you in the ass, and all of a sudden you go on a 50-game scoring slump.
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot, So I'm not mad that Juice, who let's be real, probably has a touchdown incentive in his contract.
You get 1 a year. If you get 2, it's like double your paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. Because lo and behold, watch. If Juice didn't do that, let Juice not ever score a touchdown again in his NFL career. Like, some shit like that would happen. The football gods work like that, bro.
Yeah.
You never tempt the football gods. No, I'm absolutely not mad about it. I mean, this ain't 49er. This is like, and this ain't most yards. This is like NFL history. Like, like 18 games in a row. Like,
that's like going for the Cal Ripken if he had just gotten.
So when that streak started, Jason,
before I'm sorry.
To put it in perspective for us, when that streak started, right? Dolphins game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, I looked it up. It's the Dolphins game. Like, literally, think about it. So last time CMC didn't score, you were literally getting ready, being a week away from coming out.
Yeah.
Like, what, a couple days away from flying out. That's literally the last time the man didn't score a touchdown.
So it's been almost a damn near a year.
4 teams, 4 games CMC, or now 5. Now 5 games. CMC has not scored as a Niner.
All right.
Okay, so moving on. I just
jump to the other side of the ball.
Yeah. Defensively, let's go ahead and get it out of the way before I forget. I'm gonna be really mad because I worked hard on this. I mean, the man's back. I think this is the game why you signed Nick Bosa to what, 170, what the fuck ever, what it was, contract, $35 million a year contract.
A lot of money.
This is why. And big shout out for Chase Young because it kind of shows you if Nick Bosa just gets anything from the DN opposite him, he turns into an unstoppable freak. Because like, yeah, his stats aren't the gaudiest. A sack and a half, 1 foot forced fumble, one fumble recovery, a pass defensed. But like, he was dominant. They could not block him all.
They couldn't
game.
block the entire line. That whole line, because everybody, just especially the front, like, hey, Javon Hargraves, first third down, sack.
Yep.
And was that Armstead? One of either one. Right now. Everybody was just because in the whole season, what have we said? We're getting pressures. So the pressures have been there, but pressures are cute. Pressures
it was
are
Armstead
nice.
and Hargrave.
Okay. But where are those sacks? Because whereas, yeah, pressures are nice, but, you can still get the ball out. Guys are still getting yards. We're still missing tackles. You get an actual sack, that's when the other team's like, fuck. They get a little demoralized, if you will. So, and it seems like, we got those 2 early sacks. It was almost like, bam, after that second series, you could almost see the air let out of the Jaguars. Now, for a while, the offense didn't do anything. We could have been up this game could almost.
Oh, this game could have been over at halftime.
So close to being done by halftime. But you could see it after that second sack and everything. They were like, "Shit, what did we sign up for?" And I love that we showed up on the first play. We went straight 5-man front. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah,
I love seeing that.
You know what they thought? Because I bet you the whole 2 weeks that they have been preparing for this game, the coaches have pumped up the idea of this ain't the first 5 weeks, and we can get these teams. And then when you saw, oh shit, this isn't the team that we saw the last 3 weeks. This is the team we saw the first 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And they also got Chase Young. Oh shit. That's when you realize, like, bro, we might not stand a chance. Like you could always see the Jags just thinking that, like, bro, what are we supposed to do here? Like, this is unfair. This is JV versus varsity. Because, I mean,
I think the first two drives they had like -1 yard. I think is what it was.
How giddy did you see with that Bosa Chase Young sack strip sack?
Oh yeah.
I got a little giddy. I was like, oh! I giggled like a little schoolgirl a little bit.
Ooh, this is what we want.
This is like, I ain't gonna lie. If John Lynch could have, he could have dreamed of a better way for that particular play to go. Like, it's Nick Bosa and Chase Young meeting each other at the quarterback, causing a strip fumble that we recover. And
there's only one way that play gets any better, and it's next week.
Week after.
No, next week. Yes, that's the only. Chase Young was on that team too.
He was.
Chase Young was on that. So that's the only way that play gets better and damn well they're both looking forward to that game. So
I mean,
yeah.
Is it like, are they gonna have 3 sacks apiece next week?
You know damn well they're gonna try.
Like that's possibly on the table. Like, I don't know how bad Tampa Bay's O-line is, but if it has any weaknesses on the tackles, it's gonna be a long fucking day for them.
Terrible, but they're not great either. Like,
Whitworth is.
I'm sorry.
They still have Whitworth or whatever his name is, right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, like I said, they're not a great offensive line, but they're not a bad one. They're middle of the pack. But it should be another team that we should definitely dominate up front. Especially
even more encouraging from that was seeing Bosa, a pressure from Bosa leading to a turnover. Because sacks, yeah. But it was like, okay, you got the pressure and he threw for a touchdown. Big whoop de fucking do. But seeing the pressure and then, oh shit, here comes a turnover. Oh fuck, another turnover. Before we go any further, I want to give an honorable defensive Bam Bam defensive MVP of the week award to Ambry Thomas. Because that man got straight fucking robbed. How the fuck you get an 80-yard penalty because it takes away a touchdown? Like you know what? When that happened, I was willing. I was like, all right, bro, this is where CMC is going to score. Like it's gonna be okay. Like it's gonna be like, yeah, the touchdown took it away, but that allowed Christian to score his touchdown to break the record. So everything, and then when it didn't happen, I was like, well, fuck, I'd rather have Ambry had it, because
he played
that's
his
probably going
ass
to be
off.
Ambry. That's probably going to be Ambry Thomas's, like either that or the pick to clinch the playoff spot. Are probably going to be the two. Let's be real, probably the two highlights of his NFL career.
Yeah, easily.
And so to have
and the play before, he actually had a really good coverage for what looked like was going to be a pretty good touchdown by, I don't remember. I think that was probably Kirk at the time who had himself a pretty good game. I think he had like 107 yards receiving on like 6 or 7 catches, something like that. So, but I mean, that whole series, he was really good. How many times, and I think everybody's been saying, get Oliver off the field, get Oliver off the field. We did not. I don't think anybody expected this to be get Ambry Thomas on the field, slide Demo over into the slot, and all of a sudden this looks a lot better. But we've also said all year, all offseason, Demo is going to be best in the slot. We need somebody opposite of him or opposite of Ward to play it because his best position is in the slot, and everything looks so much better. They played with that. They played a lot more man coverage. There were still some issues in the back end, but they were covered up for the secondary. Most part.
This is not a complete game by any means. There's definitely some film for the coaches to get into, and
but
some
what
things
team
that
has a perfect team, though. You know what I mean?
I mean, speaking of that, what we talked off air, and I said, Jason, can this team just not come back from behind by 10 points in the fourth quarter? And I don't want that to be a negative indentation. Because I still believe we could win a championship. It doesn't really matter when you blow out teams damn near 13 times a year,
Yeah.
But
which, by the way, everybody thinks of those high scoring, the Lions, the Chiefs, stuff like that. We lead the league in the amount of times we score 34 more points a game.
I'm telling you, when healthy, when we've had our dudes for 4 quarters, we have not scored less than 30 points. Think about that.
I'll put a picture up real quick just because we were talking about the whole Chase Young and Nick Bosa thing. Look at this.
Oh, I think I know where you're going.
Ladies, get yourself a man that makes Nick Bosa makes you smile like that.
Yeah, exactly. Get your man that makes Chase Young smile the way Nick Bosa makes Chase Young smile. For real, I mean,
that was the biggest thing I've noticed with everybody. Everybody was smiling. Everybody was happy.
Yeah, it was.
That was back. We hadn't seen that for a while.
It was clear that offensively we needed to get healthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
what did he hold down? Besides his defense,
he made some plays.
Again, I'm going to point back to Josh Norman. He made plays too, but he also gave up a shit ton.
Yeah, even Jake had a smile. So I think if Isaiah Oliver has to come on the field in a passing situation, that's going to be some problems. Like we can't hide it.
He better be on the 4th or 5th wide receiver because we're defending somebody down by a touchdown with 2 minutes and he has to hold down that person. Okay, then I'll take that. But I don't trust him on anybody's top 2 receivers.
No. I mean, could you imagine how bad it's going to be if the Eagles can figure out a way to get him matched up on A.J. Brown or Devontae Smith?
Well, I mean, those two are just playing so good right now. I mean, top end cornerbacks are going to have a hard time. They're just playing ridiculously good. So, I mean,
you're cold for that, Brian.
Yeah, I want to bench down. But yeah, so I mean, even if you put those two guys on not Moody. I was reading Bryant's comment. You put those guys on Mooney, it's still, I think they're better than him to where they should be winning 60 to 70% of the snaps or the balls that are thrown at them. That's just how good that they are playing right now. That's nothing against Ward. That's just those guys are that damn good.
I'm a little scared, but I'm definitely excited over the next couple of weeks because we'll see how legit we are. The after not overlooking Tampa Bay, but that 3-week stretch, really that 4-week stretch. You go Seahawks, Eagles, Seahawks, Cardinals. Niners can walk out of there 4-0, bro.
You might as well go 5 and call with Baltimore right after
Baltimore. Yeah, but Baltimore's gonna be real tough.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's still a long stretch.
That's the only one that you could say that I'm real nervous about the remainder of the season. Like I ultimately think the Niners are going to handle the Seahawks. The Eagles, that makes me a little nervous, but I think we could expose some things. I think that's going to be the Brock game. I think that we're going to say when he went into Philadelphia, I think that's going to be that might have to be Brock game. 14-3.
Seattle's going to be a rough one. One, because it is Seattle. It is up here.
Divisional.
It's on a short week. Mm-hmm. Short weeks are notorious. I mean, I don't care how good your team is. Playing on a Thursday just throws everything off. So, I mean, that's nothing to worry about. I'm sorry?
I said divisional game.
Yeah, divisional. It's not like we've never played this team before. So, I mean, they know us. We know them. It's one of those things. It's like, should we beat them? Yes. With everything else, it's like, fuck. You're away from home. At least it's up just – at least it's in the same time zone. You're just going to be coming up here.
So sure, going out to Washington, going across country on a short week for an early game. There might be some games that we, some circumstances make things difficult. But overall, ultimately, the Niners are back. The Niners are back. I don't think we're back. I just think we stopped beating our fucking selves. It was so creepy, bro. I remember the Tuesday that we did the Niners Cry Girls review. And I looked at you and I said, Jason, how does this football team lose? I said, how does this football team lose? And we both said they beat themselves. And lo and behold, what happened? For 3 straight weeks, we beat ourselves.
All of a sudden, the hype a little bit too much.
The way that they were acting, bro, and people were speaking in their press game conferences, I think that's exactly what the fuck happened.
Oh, I think
they started looking over teams. I think they started looking at that Philadelphia game. They started looking at the Seahawks game. I think we started to feel the juice a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And football has a funny way of humbling you. But ultimately,
hopefully we learned. That's the only thing. Yes. So we just beat up on the Jags. Then we should be able to beat up on the Bucks. Are we going to start overlooking those games with the Seahawks and the Eagles then? We're going to have another slide then because now we're back. We're back. We're the best. Blah blah blah. So I believe in you. You don't want to work hard. Just slack off a little bit in practice or something along those lines. Mm-hmm. Fred's too busy doing all of his podcasts now.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not 100% fan of him doing podcasts during the season, but look, I mean, you play like that, you can do what you do. But yeah, I personally, I'm hey, bro, you might want to save that for the off season. But ultimately, I mean, I agree with you, Jason. I mean, I went into work Monday, and my boss the last 3 weeks. It's funny, the bitch hadn't said shit for 5 straight weeks. All of a sudden, how was your weekend? How was Sunday? All of a sudden, and so I walked in and. She had seen me earlier before, but wasn't saying anything. So I was like, okay, this is going to be one of those days. So I had to pretty much say, excuse me, boss. So I could walk past her and I was like, morning, boss. And she goes, morning. And I was like, my Sunday was legendary, by the way, and I was like, I figure sure y'all been so anxious to see how my Sunday was the last 3 weeks. I thought I'd jump ahead this week. And she goes, oh yeah, I know. And I said, look, boss, honestly, you really want to know my opinion and what I'm going to say on Tuesday when I do my podcast is, cool, congratulations. You see the T-shirt, Victory Monday, baby. I was happy. I got some victory pussy, victory ice cream, all a whole 9 yards. Doesn't mean shit if you don't do it again next week. Right? Can we all agree to that? Doesn't really mean shit if we can't do it next week. And the week after. And the week after. And the week,
Sorry, I wanted to post something and show it to you real quick about how everybody up here feels. Let me
go switch over to. Did you send it to the chat?
No, I'm just gonna bring it up.
Oh, okay. I felt my phone vibrate. That's why I was curious. Oh, it's probably my girl let me know. Oh.
This is how everybody here feels. This is all I've been hearing all day and telling you. Oh, we're still 6-3 too. Yeah, well, fuck, you're 6-3.
Yeah,
you guys
no,
have like, I think what is it? I saw it. Like their point differential. They've given up over 100 more points than we have, and yet we've outscored our opponents by like 70 or something like that.
But they're not on the same level as us.
How's it going,
What's
Rick?
up, Rick? Good to see you, baby. They're not on the same fucking level as us, and they're mad because for so long they held on to their one championship and that they were going to be a dynasty.
Yeah,
and now that ain't shit, and they have nothing. And I've always said this. I'm like, cool, bruh. Like, I got it. His name's TJ. They call him shit out of TJ. I'm Niner TJ, right? And I go to him and I said, look, my nigga, like, you and me good, power to the people, all that. I was like, but have you ever noticed that when the Sheecox seem to get popping the most, it's when the Niners suck?
Yeah.
I was like, have you noticed that except for the Harbaugh years, let's be real, that's when this division or this rivalry was made. You notice during the Harbaugh years, except for the Harbaugh years, when we're popping, y'all really ain't doing shit. Oh, 2020, when we were 6-10, I said, what about 2019? Which, like, fuck you and Casey and his missed fucking field goal. Oh, bro, I'm so fucking hot about that shit. But let's go back to, like, I said, I told him, I said, well, what about when our quarterback, who literally had his broken ribs and couldn't pick up a football all week, in his first fucking road start of his NFL career, comes in on a short week and fucking snatches the division from y'all? Okay, everybody, like, Faithful, I need you to do me a favor. Jason, everybody in the chat, everybody, if you can hear the sound of my voice, I want a fucking white throwback Brock Purdy jersey. I cannot fucking find one. I want my white fucking Brock Purdy, Dirty Purdy jersey. Find me it. I want it. It has to be the throwback one, but I want a throwback white Brock Purdy jersey. And I'm going to hang it right back there. Especially if we fucking go and we beat him again on Thanksgiving. He is going to be the Sheecock killer, baby. Never lost to these motherfuckers. Anyway, we're 2 weeks away, bro. I'm still... You don't know.
I'm
Jason,
trying to hide my hype because me and Mac were talking about today. Like, we're trying to make plans for like what we're going to be doing before the game and all that stuff. Because so like, not that I'm overlooking Tampa Bay, but we got to start. He's going to buy.
Yeah. It's an event for y'all. Like, this thing's
so we're trying to figure out like what we're going to do. And so I was like, oh man, it's about 2 weeks away, man. So I was like, fuck, but wait, don't overlook Tampa Bay yet.
Yeah. I'm trying really hard not to look Tampa Bay, bro. Especially considering it'll be here like this.
That like I'm gonna meet up with so many people. I've got we're gonna be going live probably a bunch of times and this and that. So I mean,
do your thing, brother. So we'll over the week we'll talk about. I know a guy. Holla at me, Bryant. Holla at me.
I know a guy.
I know some people too, but it's also and I'm not trying to spend the most. But holla at me. I'm curious to see what you can get me before Beto, Carlos, Niner Don, one of the people I introduced you to last year.
Yeah.
But we'll see what's going on as far as halftime for Thanksgiving and all that, and what we're gonna do about the Friday show.
Because honestly, I don't know how.
That's the week we're doing the variety.
That Friday.
Yeah, is that are we scheduled to do the variety show that week? That might be a tough week to do the variety show.
Think about it, because Joe's going to be at the game too. Ryan said he was going to at least come to Seattle, maybe. So I'm just like, fuck. How are we going to do any of this on that Friday night? Because I told my wife, I don't know what time I'm coming home Friday. No, I might not even come home Friday, depending on. I don't think so. No, I actually told her well, she doesn't want me to drive drunk or anything like that. So she's and Mac lives like 4 miles from the stadium. So I'm just gonna probably crash at his house.
Yeah.
So, but depending on how much and especially if we win, who knows when we're leaving that stadium?
Oh, who knows what's gonna go? Like,
yeah.
You know what? I think my girl probably secretly was like, dude, they play the Niners, play the Seahawks on Thanksgiving, and then the next week they play the Eagles. Like, Bubby's not going to shit idle, and then the next week going to fucking Philly. Wait, what? My family has banned me from watching football on Thanksgiving. I might have to come down with something. Yeah, bro. Like, Teresa,
you know what? There's that new,
I don't give a fuck. You can't miss this
COVID
game,
that's going around.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck what you got to do, girl. You can't miss this game, bro. We need all hands on deck, bro. I ain't losing to these fucking faggots.
You gotta see if I make it
sorry,
TV. Who knows if I make it on TV or not?
A man running naked down the field.
Whoa! Why you gotta go like that for?
Jason's just running with the chicken leg, just woo!
Right.
All right.
Takes his shirt off after the win. Wow, that is one pasty white man.
All right, y'all. We'll go ahead and catch you Tuesday. Any final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, actually, before we leave, I want to give a shout out. Never have everybody go raid John LaJoy's channel. I was talking to him earlier today. I don't think he realized that we were going on at the same time, so he pushed back the start of his show for everybody. So make sure, please go over there and raid his channel. He is live right now, and if you're not sub to his channel, also again, please sub to his channel. Up and coming 49er content creator. So just go over there, Niner Faithful raid onto his channel. I'm going to jump over there for a few minutes afterwards because I got to go get ready for work. So
I know.
So let's get up at 2 o'clock in the damn morning.
So,
but yeah, so like I said, at least everybody jump over there. Please like and sub to his channel as well. Say hi to him and all that kind of good stuff, please.
All right, bro. We'll see you on Friday.
Indeed. We'll see. I'll let you know. Who knows how this is going to go?
That's next week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. See, I'm so.
All right.
Yep.
All right. See you Friday, bro. All right, late. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please make sure to go to John's channel, bro. Go ahead and rate it. He's a big supporter of the channel, and we're trying to build a Niner network over here, people. All right. Before we get out of here, help out Niner Faithful Radio by using our shop49ers.com affiliate link. Link is in the description of this video or podcast. Go to cgiant.com. Use the promo code Niner Faithful Radio to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out the show. Catch Jason and I live Friday, 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. Go to cgiant or to see everywhere you can subscribe to Niner Faithful Radio. Go ahead and visit ninerfaithfulradio.com/subscribe. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at Niner Faithful Radio, and Twitter, Niner Faithful R. Catch me going live for pregame, Jason for halftime, and Jamie for postgame on Sunday. And last but not least, this week's coupon code for 20% off of For the Faithful, by the Faithful, Season 3 apparel is winning streak. Yeah, baby. Time to go on that winning streak. All right. Jason saying goodbye. Thank you, Miss Teresa. Y'all too. Laura, you too, love. Y'all have a blessed night. Woo! We'll see y'all Sunday. Till then, faith, love, and happiness. Go Niners.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana. Touchdown, John Taylor.
Wonderful.